Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs, WWE Money in the Bank 2021, and we have the 8 participants that are going to be competing for that prize possession. And of course, that being, hold on, we're going to dangle it from upside, the Money in the Bank briefcase. Keep in mind that if a man does snatch that, he gets a title opportunity. It's no specific pay-per-view. It's whenever he wants to cash in. It could be on a Monday Night Raw. It could be on SmackDown. It could be at WrestleMania. It could be literally 365 days. And then you'll find out as to who's going to be there, right? We'll have John Morrison, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Big E. The question is who's going to end up walking out at the end of the night with the briefcase? Will it be Morrison? Highly doubted. I know him and Miz are doing that whole thing where it's going to end up developing into a feud come SummerSlam. Matt Riddle, I know he's got some stuff to tie up right there with Randy Orton. Still a little bit loose ends that need to get finished up. Drew McIntyre, I would put him in the top category as my top 3. And I'll tell you my top 3 in just a sec. But as far as Ricochet, they just need a high flyer. They need a man that's going to step in here. And I know he has been stepping up, but I don't see him walking out. There's too much other talent that is definitely hungry. And the man has been in Burial City for well over a year. Nakamura's on the come up. Big E has been doing solid. But I got to go either with Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, or Drew. I'm not going to give it to Drew because, I mean, this guy was kind of like our coronavirus champion. Rollins, very likely, I could definitely see him getting thrown into a story with him and Roman Reigns and him walking around with the briefcase. But knowing the way that they like to carry through, I can actually see Beastie Boy making the return. And I've been saying this for every single pay-per-view prediction. But now the fans are here. And this is what he wanted. This was the only stipulation that he put out there. He says, I ain't going to go ahead and perform for nobody. So if there's going to be people in the crowd, sign me up. Even though KO, I would definitely put him as maybe potentially being the one that's about to grab it. And then Brock pulls up. He's going to do the Brock party. No different than he did a couple years. It would be a disappointment, and I know a lot of people will be upset. That has never really stopped WWE for them utilizing Brock Lesnar in any situation or scenario that they see possible. But yes, I'm either going to go with Rollins, KO being the last man. Beastie pulls up. He says, get out of my way. I am the Money in the Bank champ, and he'd probably cash in right away. I don't think he would stretch it out. Don't even see him go past in a couple weeks. He would cash in like a regular Monday Night Raw, and then get up and leave for another 2 to 3 months. Give me your thoughts, though. We're going to go through the entire card right now. So I say we get straight into it. First, start out with the pre-show, which is going to be the SmackDown Tag Team titles. They're going to be defended against the Usos. Rey Mysterio and Dominic, I think the time has come, you guys. The crowning moment for the big dog, and having his two side bros right alongside with the gold, well, in this case, silver, it's happened. Not that I want that to be the outcome, but Rey Mysterio, they've been carrying these for well over a couple months, and you know them Usos, you know that they were the next runners-up, so I think now that it's being defended at Money in the Bank, even though it's going to happen at a pre-show, I still see them picking up the win. Raw Tag Team titles also being defended, and it is going to be against the Viking Raiders. AJ and Omos, I've actually been liking what they've been doing with the storyline. You can see that they're really trying to pick at this man like, you gonna do something? Are you gonna come out of that shell? And it is a shell at this present time. That's the way that I'm seeing it. As long as AJ is right there alongside with him as champ, that's kind of what's keeping him right there within the loop. I mean, the guy's got to build that promo skill for sure. His in-ring ability, it needs to develop. As great and as a presence that he makes when he comes down the ring, I don't think it should be enough for them to go ahead and retain. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because the Viking Raiders, it's time, man. It's been a long time for these guys. And the fact that they're not being utilized to their full advantage, not that we're taking anything away from these guys, but yes, there will be definitely new Raw Tag Team Champions crowned at Money in the Bank. For the Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, she will be defending it against Charlotte in a one-on-one, and one that we need to see as to how these two, how the chemistry is going to build in the ring. It's going to be a good one. I know Charlotte, she's been doing her studying. Rhea, she's been doing solid. This whole thing with her these last few months, it's really been working good, but it's tough to say of whether or not that's going to be enough studying on her behalf, because Charlotte, she is looking better than ever. Her whole physique, her mentality, yes, it's still very much right there as to what it was before she left, but she is coming here with a purpose, and I do see Rhea being dethroned right here and being crowned a brand new Raw Women's title. Let's put it on you right now just to see how it looks. For the Women's Money in the Bank participants, we're going to have Liv Morgan, Selena Vega, Natty, Alexa Bliss, Tamina, Nikki Cross, Naomi, and Asuka. And you guys already know where we're going to put this. It's so easy to narrow it down as to who's going to be the one. Well, obviously, I know a lot of people are definitely leaning more towards Asuka. But for me, I got to go with Alexa Bliss. The lights are going to go out. Maybe she'll be the one that's about to snatch it. Next thing you know, lights come back on. She pops up. Maybe The Fiend, just a maybe, and that's a big maybe. Don't know why he would come into the women's Money in the Bank, but I could see him maybe getting thrown in there as a little assist. But yes, the distraction would be enough. So when the lights do come back on, we have a brand new Money in the Bank champ right there, and that being Alexa Bliss. WWE title also being defended against Kofi Kingston, and this is right alongside as a filler match. Like, you could even put this in the pre-show, and Kofi, as much as I want to see you become champion again, the way that Lashley has been built, it's really just a little stepping stone until the next big move. You know they're going to do something big with this. So yes, Bobby Lashley, obviously he would retain. Kofi would just be in there. And if you guys do recall, Beastie is right alongside as far as like stature, where they stand in ranking. Bobby Lashley, they are knuckling heads right alongside. So if you guys remember what happened between that and Kofi, just know that this is going to be a quick one. Big feel of the night, Roman Reigns defending the title, Universal Champion versus Edge. And they needed some kind of legend, just really anybody, to bring some people to those seats, because if they want to make an impact on the first pay-per-view, well, technically it's the second one, but getting it back into the rhythm, this pay-per-view will be following it as far as like live audience for the night after that, Raw after that, SmackDown. So are they going to keep it on the big dog, right? We're at about 320 something odd days as him still being the Universal Champion, but will they still continue it? I mean, if you hit the 365 day marker, you're already doing something, and that's what Roman has been doing. Edge is just for attention. They need people. They want a crowd. They want someone that's going to be spear versus spear, and this is what it is. So what's going to happen? Yes, of course, he'll retain. Paul Heyman, he'll be happy. He'll have his Beastie right alongside. He'll have his big dog. It'll be a Paul Heyman party all through the day and night until someone decides to come up here. Rollins, of course, that being the Money in the Bank champion, if he doesn't spoil it. As far as Edge is concerned, we probably won't see him until SummerSlam. I don't think he'll be coming back to SmackDown. We'll get a different feud in Raw. I can think of several, but for that, my friends, you're definitely going to have to stay tuned. Give me your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel about the pay-per-view. A lot of these matches, they ain't feeling like the traditional Money in the Bank for me. Some of the top main events, though, such as this one, definitely looking forward to this. Can't wait to see as to what goes down. Don't think it's going to be a quick one. Really do think that this one will be stretched out. It'll be a storytelling. It'll be for the Universal Championship. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Spear versus spear. Oh!